guys, so today it's time for us to write out my July budget. So we're gonna just go ahead and dive in. I did want to share with you the kind of equipment I'm using. I'm gonna link it all down below in the description box. Last time and the last couple, I guess, I've gotten a lot of questions on what I'm using. So the pens, I like the Papermate Inkjoy pens. These are the clicky ones. I will link that from Amazon. My highlighters are also from Amazon, so I'll link these down below. This is my planner with my calendar view. That's really all I use this for financially. Everything else in here is like my normal planner. And this is from the brand Golden Coil. And this is its own website. You get to pick the exact layout that you like and customize it. So I'll link their website down below. I don't think it's an affiliate link, but I'll indicate if it is. And then lastly, this is my notebook, and it is a disc-bound notebook, and it's from the brand Talia. What I did is I just went on Amazon and searched for disc-bound notebooks, and this was kind of one of the most reasonably priced ones. I liked the green color, and it came with all these different like tabs and things. So it came with a bunch of stickers and filler paper, so it was kind of like a good all-in-one deal for me. So anyway, I've just gotten a lot of questions, so I thought I would bring that up, but let's just go ahead and jump in. So I already have filled out the calendar view. So this is kind of what we're looking at. We've got July, and I highlighted in yellow to be kind of fun and summary. So if you've not seen one of these from me before, I already fill this out. I kind of pick at it throughout the month and filling in numbers when I, have them. So just looking at this, a couple of things. I have some boxes here in pink. Sorry, I'm moving all over the place. So here I have the 4th of July holiday. It is on a Saturday, so for my work, I get that Friday before off as like an observance day. So I put those in pink, and I have the no work in case I needed remembering. And I like to highlight kind of special occasions in pink. Usually there's additional spending that goes along with that. So I do have my vacation fund here. I'm planning to take $50 out of this for the 4th of July weekend. I'm not really sure what for. I don't really have plans for it, but I just like to know that if I wanted to, buy some sparklers or do something fun, I could participate. I don't, if I don't use that full 50, great. It just goes back in my vacation fund. I do have some other pink boxes here. My mom is coming to visit, so it's kind of on both sides here. So she is coming, and she's coming like this Friday afternoon, and we'll stay till Tuesday, which will be fun. So I am taking like 2 hours off on Friday, and then I'm taking Monday, Tuesday off to hang out with her. So I am taking $50 out of the vacation fund again, just so we can, go out to eat or do something fun together while she's here. We only see each other maybe once or twice a year, so it's pretty exciting for me to have her come. And then with that also, I am going to be paying for her hotel room. So that is something that I volunteered to do. She's flying here, she's renting a car, she's doing plenty of things on her own, so I volunteered to take care of her hotel room up here. There's a hotel just a couple blocks from the cabin, which is perfect. So this is the estimate that the website gave me. So we'll see if that's actually what it comes out to be. This is supposed to include taxes, fees, all that. So we'll see. But that is what I have marked in here. Everything else that's kind of in this purpley pink, I realize that when I use different colored pens, the highlighter looks a little different. These are bills. So just kind of my standard items here. Things in green meaning that I'm getting money, so I get paid one time a month on the last business day of the month. So I will get my full month's paycheck on June 30th, and that's what I have to work with for all of July. And then here I have interest on my Capital 360 accounts. For my sinking funds, I get interest, so that is about $1 a month between all the accounts, but I'll take it. The other thing in here, if you've not kind of gotten familiar with how I budget, is every Friday you'll see that I have an allowance, and that is something that I do to help manage again, I'm budgeting monthly and I'm only paid one time a month. So I have all the money, but like I have to make it last. That's my struggle. And at the beginning, when I first went on that pay schedule, it was so hard for me because I would be like, oh yeah, the first week or two, I've got all this money. And then at the end of the month, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so broke. So I've made myself weekly allowances so that I can manage the money throughout. So I have the key over here. So this month for allowance, I'm going to get $100 for groceries a week. That is for the household. I'm living with my boyfriend right now. We're at the cabin all summer. And then for gas, I normally do $20, but I'm going to knock it down to 10 just because for the past couple months, I've barely put a dent in my gas money. Gas is also still cheap where I am, so I'm just gonna do $10 a week, and even with that, I don't know that I'm gonna use it all. And then I have my spending, which I'm knocking up to 65. This is what I was at previous to or prior to COVID, and then during COVID I knocked it down to 50, but like I'm still working from home, that kind of thing, but we are starting to see restaurants and things like that reopen, so I did bump this back up to the 65 I was used to before, just because I am going out a little bit more on the weekend. We've had a couple meals out, like sitting at the restaurant having a drink, so I wanted to bring that back up for July. So yeah, this is the overview. Nothing like super crazy. The biggest thing are these pink boxes, and those are happening in the first half of the month. So then the second half of the month, I should be able to kind of figure out where I'm at and if I need to realign. So let's go ahead and jump into the actual budget. Okay, so in my notebook, I have already written up my template for my budget. So I'm just gonna kind of flip this around here. I will straighten this out in editing. I'm like a crooked writer. So I have my iPad here next to me. I do all of this on a spreadsheet first, and then for these videos I like to write it out with you guys. I think there's something nice about having a tangible like paper budget, and I also really like writing it out on my calendar. But as far as figuring out my budget, I find more success on a spreadsheet because I have it automatically like summing everything and then, you know, telling me what's left and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I already have the numbers figured out. I'm just going to be writing them in. And I also need my highlighters for this. So, okay. So to start, I have my budgeted income. So I budget off of what I know I can count on. So that is my paycheck. Nothing extra here. I do have a few kind of side gigs giving me a little bit of money, nothing compared to prior to COVID. So I just budget off of that. And then if I get anything extra, that's fantastic, and I will, you know, align accordingly. So that is the income. Let's do that in green. That's what I have to work with. Also, July I said was going to be yellow, so let's just color that in. All right. So for my mortgage, I did just increase this. So I have my escrow for my taxes. I pay my insurance separately, but my escrow does do the taxes, and they did go up a little bit. And then I also took the opportunity to add a little bit extra principal in there automatically. I previously was doing this. You can hear more about it in my recap videos, but I added a little bit more. So now my mortgage payment is going to be $1,074.55. Okay, and then my HOA is the same. It's $224.51. Okay, so for my insurance, it's $186.90. My phone is $61.24. Oh, I forgot to say, my insurance is my car insurance, my home insurance, and then also I have an umbrella policy. And then Netflix and Spotify I roll up together. They both go onto my Discover credit card, which is my oldest credit card. So I have, you know, one payment or one charge hit every month, and I pay it off. And those together total $24.71. Then I have groceries, gas, and spending. So I have the number 5 here because that's how many Fridays there are this month. So again, I budget a weekly amount for each of these, and then that, you know, totals up. So I have groceries at $100 a week, and there's 5 weeks, so I'm gonna get $500 for groceries this week, or this month, not this week. Oh my gosh. For gas, I'm dropping it from $20 to $10, so that means I will have $50 for gas. And then for my spending, I am at $65 a week times 5 is $325. So all of this added up together is going to give me $2,446.91, which leaves me with, let's see here, $1,123.58. So I am going to give those a little highlight. My expenses, I mark in purple. And then this is still income I have left to distribute because I am a zero-based budgeter, which means I'm going to give every single cent. I also like to do it by the cent. Like, I don't round to the nearest dollar or anything. I want it to be accurate. I want it to go, exactly where it's supposed to go. So moving down to funds, I've got all my bills covered. Now I'm in funds. What a fund is to me is it's a category of money. I'm putting something in every month and I can either use it this month or I can roll it over next month. So some of these are larger, like traditional sinking funds, like my annual, that pays for bills that I get one time a year. So something like my car tags or a credit card annual fee or something like that. Whereas utilities, Miko, beauty, things like that, I may use, I may not, I may use more. It just is a little bit more fluid. I just like to have this money set aside for these reasons, so I don't have to be pulling it out of my extra gas money or anything like that. I just like to have it kind of build for me. So one that I do have in here is utilities, and previously I've been capping this fund out at $350. But I've kind of been looking at it and I think I'm just going to bring it down to $300. So this month I only need to put in $14.75 in order for the entire fund itself to be at $300 ready for this month's utilities. So I'm doing that just because when I look at my utility history, the most my utilities have ever been in a month is like $225. So $300 would definitely cover that. So I'm just gonna bring it down. I want that extra $50 to help me out somewhere else. So that is what I needed to make that $300 mark. And then my utilities come out of there and I replenish it each month. For annual, like I kind of said before, this is like more of a traditional sinking fund. I put in $110 every single month to help that grow. I don't think I have anything in July, but then in August, my card tags are going to be due and I'll have to pay for those. So nothing planned, just letting it build this month. Miko is my cat. He gets $40 every month. This goes to food, litter, toys, catnip. And then anything I don't use this month again rolls over and eventually it's going to pay for his annual vet visit. My cat is 8 years old. He's very healthy, very active. So thankfully right now I only have to, knock on wood, bring him to the vet one time a year for his, kind of checkup and then the vaccines that he gets. So $40 for him. Incidentals is $50 every month. This is kind of like my cushion, unbudgeted, things come up category. I think it's so important that everyone has something like that because again, things happen and you just have to, deal with that sometimes. So this is giving me a little buffer to help with that. And then again, this rolls over. So if I don't end up using any of this, it's going to roll over and build so that if something does come up that's a little bit larger, I can use this to help me out. Next, we have vacation. I'm putting in $300 this month to build in my fund. I will be using some of the fund like we saw on the calendar for 4th of July and then also when my mom is here. I have beauty. I have been doing $70 for this, but I'm going to drop it down to $50. I really don't know. I stocked up on a lot of stuff when it was on sale and I don't really need anything at this point. Like I'm pretty, like my cabinet, I have extra shampoo, I have extra lotion, I have extra everything I need. So I'm going to drop this down to $50 to kind of build up and we'll see how that kind of does. And then gifts, I have $50 going in. This goes to Christmas, birthday, Father's Day, Mother's Day, any kind of gift I would need to do. When it gets closer to Christmas, I may bump this up more than $50 a month to help supplement, but that's been very comfortable for me. Home is $30. This is things like trash bags, light bulbs, batteries, home things. So I set aside just a little bit there. And then the last one is emergency fund. And I'm previously said I was going to do $100 per month, but I actually think I'm going to do $50 per month. I really want to be putting a little bit more towards my debt and get rid of it. So I'm not going to stop contributing to my emergency fund. I think it's important and very beneficial just to add a little bit extra to it every month to help it grow. So I'm going to be doing $50. So all of this totaled up equals $694.75, which gives me $428.83 left. So let's go ahead and color those in. So I track my funds in kind of this deep blue shade. And then I've got how much money I have left to allocate. So here we have investing. I do invest a little bit of money every single month. So I have 2 accounts that I work with. The first one is Acorns. This month I'm putting in $6. So I have it set up to take $5 out every month, and I also have a $1 service fee, so that's what this is covering. Normally in the past I've been doing about $12 because it also is linked to my debit card and will round up once I hit the $5 mark, but that didn't happen this past month, and it's not going to happen in the next, I don't know, like 5 days that are left in the month. So I'm just going to put in $6 because that's all I need. And then for Betterment, I'm putting in $53. This is $10 that are automatically come out. So, and then the 43 is based upon, I'm doing a challenge. So in 2020, this is the Letters Savings Challenge. I'm choosing to invest the money from this challenge. You certainly could put it in your emergency fund. It's not too late to start. So what I did is I took the alphabet and assigned, the numbers chronologically, and then I have each month's shorthand. So for July, I have JUL, and that totals up to being $43. So for me, I'm just putting it in my Betterment account. So that's how I got to the $53 that we're seeing me budget here. So these two together equals $59, and that gives me $369.83 left. So let's color those in. And this is what money I have left. Okay, so for me, I have paid, at this point, I have all my expenses. I have all my funds and sinking funds funded. I've got a little bit of an investment going on. So what I'm doing right now is I'm paying off credit card debt. So I have $369.83 that I can allot to credit cards this month to pay down my balances. So I am going to start with American Express by putting $100 towards that one. So that is my largest balance. And my minimum payment this month is $62.90. I personally don't really follow everything Dave Ramsey says, or a lot of gurus say. I prefer to put $100. I think that is doable to me towards my highest balance. It's going to help me with interest in time, because of that $62.90 that is my minimum payment, like 2/3 of that would go to interest. So I want to actually be making a little bit of more of a dent in the principal so that my interest is helping me out too. I'm also going to put $100 towards my Capital One card. And then I do have a little bit left on my Discover card, so I'm going to put the remaining $169.83. I think when I'm done with this payment from Discover, I think I'll only have like $40 left there, but I am expecting some cash back on that card, so I need to have a little bit of a balance to apply it to, and then I'll pay the rest off. So this is going to equal $369.83, which is going to give me a remaining of $0, which is exactly what I want. That means that I'm giving every single cent and dollar a job, and I'm telling it where it's going to go and how it's going to work for me. So just to recap, up here, my expenses, the biggest kind of part of this section is the groceries, gas, and spending being weekly allowances for me. again, it just helps me the most. I've got my funds that I'm going to put money in. If I use it, great. If I don't, it rolls over. Got a little bit of investing going to help build those accounts, I think, in time. The Betterment account and Acorns account I can use to do some things, maybe like home improvements or, things like that. But I'm letting them grow for now. And then my debt is my financial goal. So once I'm done with debt, at this point when I had this money left over, you could use this for savings or for retirement or for whatever, kind of goals you have. But for me, I'm putting all my extra towards debt to get rid of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions down below. I certainly would love to hear from you, but that's all I have. So have a great day and thank you for watching. Bye.